What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only, Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys for all of your love and support. Over 1,700 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this is possible without you guys, so I thank you so very, very much. On this beautiful, beautiful day, I am joined by the Astronaut Wrangler, aka President of Purpose Entertainment, the wonderful Christina Korp. Hey, Christina.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us today. So, Christina, you guys are working on a really, really big project that's happening that's going to set off our October with just everything. Let's talk about the International Day of the Girl and how this project came about and what people and families can expect.
Sure. So I'm the astronaut wrangler because I work with astronauts. I am an entertainment person who fell into the space world and started managing astronauts for their appearances and licensing and branding. So people would always call me up and say, since you're the astronaut whisperer, and I'd say, no, it's more like wrangling. Anyway, so I produced the last 5 galas at Kennedy Space Center, and I produced big events. And so how this project came about was I wanted to do something to celebrate Artemis, NASA's next mission to put humans on the moon, which incidentally is about putting the first woman and the first person of color on the moon. And I thought that this would be a way to kind of raise awareness about that, especially in communities where maybe they're not even aware of what's going on in space. Right. And that's where Atlanta came in. I've been working with some guys in Atlanta on some space-themed content, and they were saying, hey, why don't you come and do something here in Atlanta? So I had this idea of doing this giant Earthwork to raise awareness about an African-American astronaut named Stephanie Wilson. She's the second woman ever to go, African-American woman ever to go to space, and she has the most days in space of any African-American woman ever. Wow. And I thought, well, she should be a household name, and she's not. Absolutely. And so maybe I can still draw attention to her in some way to inspire, especially young people, but all women and girls and people of color to look up to her or look at her as we do this giant artwork of her in Woodruff Park to celebrate International Day of the Girl, which is Monday, October 11th.
Yes. Now, there is a smorgasbord of different events that you guys have leading up to this Earthwork installation. So let's go into that.
Yeah, we're the week before International Day of the Girl, incidentally, is World Space Week. This happens every year. There are different commemorations all over the world celebrating space. And so from October 4th to 10th is World Space Week. And I'm working in partnership with Georgia Tech, the Georgia Space Grant Consortium, Morehouse College, Mercer University. And basically, we're going to put together a whole kind of build-up, so to speak, of International Day of the Girl and do some live stream content into the Atlanta Public Schools from Monday to Friday, October 4th through 8th, having different people talk about space, people who love space or work in space. We're even going to have kids talking about how they love space and what they love about space. And then on Saturday, October 9th, Georgia Tech is hosting Space Day Atlanta, which is going to be a hands-on STEM and STEAM event. And all of this is free. This is all free content. And we'll be probably live streaming from the Georgia Space Grant pages, but we'll essentially, I think if you keep track of what's going on the Georgia Tech Aerospace pages, they'll be posting about that pretty soon. But yeah, basically we're just using all of that as a build-up to the unveiling of this giant Earthwork. And I know you're probably thinking, what the heck is an Earthwork? It's basically a giant eco-friendly grass portrait that's going to be in Woodruff Park. It will be gigantic. It will be at least 80 feet by 60 feet, 4,800 square feet. And it's going to be so big that we'll be able to take photos of it from orbit, from satellites in orbit, and that's what we are planning to do. Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. And the part that's really cool is that we are having kids do an art project to create space art. We're providing some of the Atlanta public schools with tiles, and kids are going to make space art on 12-inch tiles, and then those tiles we will use to form a frame around the giant artwork in the grass. And so kids' artwork from Atlanta Public Schools will become a part of this installation, which is really exciting. So, and that will be unveiled on October 11th.
Yes, and I'm sure the kiddies, they're super excited to be involved in this project, because it's one thing to say, oh, okay, we're going to honor someone that has absolutely contributed to society, but also to involve the kids. I know that they are going to be on cloud 19 to be able to participate.
Yeah. You know, it's all about the future. It's all about inspiring the future. I keep saying, you know, there's been so much to be sad and angry or, you know, about. It's been tough for everyone in so many ways, and especially for people of color. But I feel like we really need some hope, too, something to aspire to, you know, and not to forget that there are still amazing things to accomplish, and we got to lift the kids up. You know, we got to give them a reason to look ahead and hopefully have something to look forward to.
Absolutely. I think that this will definitely do it. So, Christina, if people want to get some more information about this event and these multiple events, where can they go?
So they can go to purposeentertainment.com and click on Atlanta Earthwork. I mean, they can go to purposeentertainment.com/Atlanta Earthwork, but it's probably easier just to go to purposeentertainment.com, and then you can click on the link at the top that says Atlanta Earthwork.
I love it. Now, this is just my own curiosity. How long did it take to complete the earthwork?
So it hasn't been installed yet. We'll start installing it from September 30th until October 11th. So it'll take about 10, 11 days to install.
Yeah.
Because he's using grass materials, like he mows the grass. The artist who does this has done lots of earthworks in different parts of the country. And so I'm not doing this myself. I've got an artist I'm working with, and so named Stan Hurd. And so he recently, at the beginning of the year, did an earthwork in Freedom Park of John Lewis. And so that's kind of how he and I got connected.
Gotcha.
So he makes these earthworks out of grass, mulch, rocks, you know, eco-friendly plants.
Right.
And so it looks beautiful, like a giant portrait, like a painting, but it's all made out of eco-friendly materials like grass.
That's awesome. That is so cool. You know, I'm really excited for the kids to be able to experience and see things like this, because, you know, when I was a kid in school, we didn't have cool stuff like this happening. We didn't, you know, to be able to experience, this is history. You know, we're honoring just an amazing, African-American astronaut, Miss Stephanie Wilson, in this amazing way. So I'm super excited. Super duper excited about that.
Yeah, and I hope that not just kids, but even anyone will see, you know, this image of this woman and think, wow, that's someone who looks like me. You know, it's the statement always of representation matters. I mean, see it and be it. I've invited Kamala Harris. I hope that she comes. She's the chair of the National Space Council. She's in charge of space. The vice president always is. And then I've invited some of the NASA leadership as well to come and see this. We will have some female astronauts on site as well. Stephanie isn't able to come because she's on the backup crew for the next mission, NASA mission to space, but she is recording a video. And then I do have two female astronauts who will be there on site, including Nicole Stott, who's an artist astronaut, and then Susan Kilrain, who actually grew up in Atlanta.
Wow. That's going to be awesome. And again, before we leave here, Christina, let everyone know that website again if they want to get some more information and follow along in this journey.
Yep, it's purposeentertainment.com, and you click on Earthwork. And purpose is just like it sounds, PURPOSE, entertainment.com.
I love it. Christina, thank you so much for coming through today. I definitely appreciate you. We gotta keep the link, you know, because I know that you guys are working on some other stuff. I know there's some pots on the stove cooking up we can really go into today. So I definitely would love for you to come back and talk about the next amazing project as we go and enjoy the International Day of the Girl. October 11th, Woodruff Park, downtown ATL. It's going to be amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. Keeping in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do. You look them square in the face. You tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.